Please sign up to be notified when Manchild Issue 3 launches on Kickstarter October 1st. The Monarch Crier is outnumbered as the Sadistic Six debut in the third pulse-pounding issue of the Silver Age-inspired superhero action dramedy. We're going to need all the support we can get with this book so we can get it funded, so please sign up using the link in the description below. If you're a fan of the Lee Kirby Ditko era of comics, if you really love good old-fashioned superhero storytelling with a modern-day twist, this book is for you. Like I said, we're going to be introducing all new 6 villains for this book, so I cannot wait to share this new issue with you guys. Now to the video. The veil between creator and creation has been ripped to shreds in the advent of social media and the internet age that you and I live in. Now more than ever, fans have a direct line to their favorite writers, artists, directors, actors, musicians, content creators, podcasters, journalists, video game developers, and God forbid, even their celebrity crushes. The divide has been crossed and any sense of anonymity on both sides is largely absent. The daily journal entries from Hollywood superstars or the obscure acquaintance of a friend in the form of photos, stories, or written posts are on the public stage for everyone to see. We call this illusory phenomena connection. Most people spend at least half of their time nowadays on social media, responding to messages, commenting on threads, sharing videos, scrolling through reels, taking selfies, hearting or liking photos, and so on. It's safe to assume a majority of these interactions happen between users who have most likely never met each other in person. They wouldn't recognize the sound of the other person's voice of whom they're currently speaking with on the opposite end of the screen. Yet we feel as if we know them and we like knowing them. Except when we don't like them anymore, when they say something we disagree with, when they do something we're appalled by, when we feel as though they've personally betrayed our trust and goodwill, when they no longer are who we thought they were, and we're left to not only reevaluate them as decent human beings, but reevaluate the work their name is forever synonymous with. It's not necessary to name names or scurry down the multiple rabbit holes of every individual case since no two cases are alike and the complexities of each vary, but I'd wager I'm not the only fan who has been let down by a creative idol. In my case, many creative idols. Maybe it was an off-color comment or joke. Maybe it was a political stance. Maybe it was sexual misconduct allegations. Maybe it was how they treated me when I approached them in person at a concert or convention. The truth is, you never know when the day will come, when that news story will break, and the champion you looked up to all your life will come crashing down in a ball of flame, consuming the admiration and respect you held for them, and the art that may at one time made you stand up a little taller, smiled a little bigger, or perhaps, in an extreme scenario, even saved your life. We want to believe in heroes who stand up against injustice. We want saviors who speak to us on a daily basis and inspire us to be better. We want our faith in the person and our investment in their work to be rewarded. But as cancel culture, or as some would call it, consequence culture, continues to boil over, the idea that the art and the artist are one and the same has begun to turn into a point of contention with me. Boycotting the works of a creator due to their personal life is too drastic an action for my taste in recent years. There are creations, whether they be franchises, movies, TV shows, comics, songs, novels, or poems, that eclipse their creator either in popularity or narrative depth or both. And it's because of this fact that the separation between the art and the artist has become ever more apparent to me. The memories are just too special, the wisdom I've gained too influential, the beauty too evident, and the truth too potent for me to throw the baby out with the bathwater. The work is not the person. The art is not the artist. Maybe we don't know enough about our creative heroes in the 21st century, or maybe the technology of today allows us to know too much. This connection we feel with our idols risks the sting of disappointment on a massive scale. Furthermore, we see the public humiliation day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, and the peer pressure of participating in a digital lynch mob is all too demanding. I thought we liked this person, and now all of a sudden we don't? Where's the due process? Where's the evidence? Where's the patience? Where is the justice? Critical thinking has become frowned upon, insensitive, and an excuse for inaction. We're not allowed to think, only to act. Let the pieces fall where they may. The messier the playground, the better. It's come to a point where we as fans, customers, and consumers are judged for what we like and recommend because in the public sphere, a recommendation of the creation is now seen as a recommendation of the creator, including their opinions, lifestyles, and beliefs in one complete package. I understand the impulse to equate the two, but it's a fundamentally flawed association attempt. Knowing an artist's stance on religious, political, social justice, environmental, moral, or philosophical issues should not influence my opinion of the work itself. Those things can be informative, but should not be transformative of how we feel about it. Art shared is art abandoned by the creator for the consumer to own. Let me say that again. Art shared is art abandoned by the creator for the consumer to own. It's yours now. Make what you will of the work. Ascribe meaning to every facet of it or don't. But these worlds you're inhabiting, these characters you're relating to, these themes that speak to you, they are not the mind behind them. They are separate. I'm by no means suggesting we view all art this way. There are exceptions to the rule, and these exceptions can be almost universal at times. I'll admit, there are some artists whose work I don't enjoy anymore because of their beliefs, but it's something that I'm trying to work on with myself. There are some crimes too heinous to ignore. However, I leave the decision at the feet of the reader, the viewer, and the listener. What bothers me may not bother you, and vice versa. How can we ever judge art on its own merit if we only view it through the lens of those who created it? Do we blindly reject a piece of art without curiosity or consideration, or should we blindly accept a piece of art with the utmost curiosity and consideration? Do we let the art speak for itself, or let the artist speak for the art, even indirectly, on behalf of it? These are questions I've been asking myself for a while, and I pose these same questions to you. I personally want to believe in heroes. I want to believe that the heroes I'm reading about reflect the values of their writer, but that optimistic idealism has been dashed over and over again. They don't always align, but I've realized that they don't have to. Humans, including writers and artists, are flawed individuals, just like you and me. They are not static, they make mistakes. Some commit crimes, some are evil. Yet the good in their work is not tainted because light cannot be shut out by darkness, even by their own. I reject the notion that I cannot enjoy a work of art or acknowledge the skill that was used to make it by someone I don't like or that I disagree with, or who may be an awful human being. Not always, but if I'm going to preserve my childhood, my nostalgia, my sources of inspiration, and my motivation to keep creating art of my own, I personally need to be able to separate the art from the artist. Otherwise, the blurred lines will obfuscate any ounce of profundity therein. I will no longer be an earnest student of my craft, but a towering, self-righteous judge of everyone else's. Normalize forgiveness. Normalize second chances. Normalize the belief that one act or one bad day does not always define a person. Redemption is one open door away. Please stop locking others out from walking through it. You may need that door yourself one day.